why I don't park my Toyota Tacoma in the garage. You know, I get questions on the channel all the time. Hey, Rob, why aren't you parking your Toyota Tacoma in the garage? I mean, it will fit underneath the lift with the way that it is right now, with the lift all the way up. So there's really no concerns as far as that goes. But there are a few reasons why I don't park it in the garage. I mean, I could park it in the garage. Number one, it's a truck. You know, I get a lot of comments. It's funny on the channel. People say things like, you should beat it up. You should take it out. You should get it dirty. It's a truck. You should overload it. You should do all these things to it because it's a truck. But park it inside to keep it nice and clean because it's not a truck? I don't understand that. I park it outside because it is a truck and it should be really the most durable vehicle that I have, right? Maybe you could argue that the Wranglers are durable as well, but hey, it's a truck. Number two, it's just too big. I mean, when I put it in here, I take up a lot of space. It would run all the way from about right up here, all the way to the back of the garage, and then of course the height of it and everything. It would make my garage feel a lot smaller. Now, my garage is not that big to begin with. I mean, it's a two-car garage. It is fairly deep. I mean, you can see the distance between the front of the Wrangler there to the front of the back, rather, of the garage. So, I mean, there is enough room to do it, but it would just make it feel a lot more confined in here, and I'm out in the garage a lot. If you watch the videos, you know I film a majority of them out here in the garage. So I like to have room to move around, to get to the cabinets and things over there when I want to grab stuff, maybe sweep something out, things like that. So I just like having more space in here. Number three, I want to see how it weathers. You know, there's a lot of comments and things about the horrible paint job, the clear coat, the paint itself on the Toyota Tacoma. Now, if I park it in a garage every day, obviously it's going to be protected from the elements. I mean, you look outside, here we have bright sunshine a lot of the time, a lot of potentially damaging UV rays and stuff. Not to mention all the birds and insects and pollen and dust and everything else that floats around in the air. And in the right season, I can walk out and find soot on it. That's because they burn sugarcane down here. So it's subject to all kinds of stuff outside. And really, for my own research, and the channel, I want to see how it fares, how it does. Obviously, if you park it in the garage all the time, it should never have any real problems, right? We'll see. Number four, it's a good reason not to wash it. I hate washing vehicles. It's one of my least favorite things about having vehicles, any vehicle. And the Tacoma is even worse because it's a truck. It's bigger. It takes more time. I have to have a step ladder. That's right. I have a little step ladder down here because I have to be able to reach the windshield in the middle, get up on the roof, do all the stuff that you really should do if you're washing it properly, right? Parking it outside and knowing that I'm parking it outside gives me less motivation to wash it because I know if I do wash it often, it's going to be dirty like the next day or second day. And if it rains, it's going to be even worse. So my mentality is, well, it's parked outside anyway. Why wash it today? I'll wash it tomorrow or next week or next month. Number five, it's easier to jump into and just go. It's already outside. If I need to run to Lowe's or the grocery store, a post office, wherever I might need to go, it's easier just to jump in it. It's already pointing the right direction. I just hop in and take off. Come home, park it easily outside. And it is more difficult because of the lift. I mean, when you pull in, it's wider than the Jeep Wrangler is. So I have to pay more attention. I have to line it up out here on the driveway to get it pointed in the right direction to pull it in. And I know that may seem like a stupid reason, but it's something I have to consider, and even things along the side, which is of my own doing, of course. I mean, if I was more organized, maybe I wouldn't have this stuff sitting here, the ramps for the lift. It could be up on top of the lift. I mean, there's no reason really to have them down here. You can't use them unless the lift is on the ground, right? Might even be easier to lift them off than to drag them across here. They are heavy, but it's just simpler, in my opinion, to leave it outside and not have to worry about pulling it in. When it's out here, I can just sit it anywhere I want, line it up, and be done with it. Just much easier to mess with. Another thing to consider, and this is a bit of a crazy thing, but if you live in a cold weather climate, not that I do, but this morning it was 44 degrees outside with sunshine. And of course, any vehicle that sits outside, even in the cold, unless it's very extreme, in sunshine, is going to be warmer when you jump in because it radiates heat from the roof down into the cab, particularly if you have a black Tacoma or a dark colored Tacoma. And I find that even with the electric lime, it makes a difference. It makes it warmer inside. I don't have to use the heat, or at least I don't have to be uncomfortable when I first get in when it's cold. And I know 44 degrees is not what a lot of people, during the winter are experiencing. I remember living north in Ohio when it would be, 5, 10 degrees outside, wind chill of minus whatever. And no matter what, it was always cold. But even in a black vehicle, when the sun was shining, it was much warmer in the truck. Again, a stupid reason, I know, but hey, if we're being honest here, it's part of my consideration. That's it. Those are the reasons. For anybody that was wanting to know, inquiring minds, I get questions about it on the channel. Why aren't you protecting your Tacoma? It's a truck. Shouldn't it be able to withstand conditions outside? I would think so. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Do you park your truck inside? If you have more than one car, are you neglecting it by not having the other car parked outside? I'd just be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.